in early games. This has been the hallmark of most of our games where we play this qualifier so far. We struggle to get going, and before we know it, the opponent eats us, and we are on our way back, trying to get the results, trying to equalize instead of looking for victory. Also, so in the case of a game against Zimbabwe, we struggled to score. We scored first, we relaxed, and we considered a goal. That cannot be the other. You have to score enough goals that puts daylight between you and your opponent and makes it easy for you to be able to have some level of comfort to get the kind of results you want. If you do not put the fear in them right from the beginning, you are basically telling them that you are inviting them to come at you. So we have to approach this game with all seriousness and all the strength that we can muster.
Right, and so Nigeria's case feels like a man in a very toxic relationship, a failed relationship with the qualifying for the World Cup. I remember the last time we wanted to qualify for the World Cup. Former NFF president talking about Majupinic said, we had bilateral ties with Qatar, and it became a catastrophe. We didn't qualify for the World Cup. Now, but Eric Chelle has still not been beaten when it comes to the Super Eagles. He, in his last 3 games, but performances has really not been convincing. From your perspective, what exactly is still missing in how we play? Is it from the attacking? Is it from the midfield or the defensive position? I don't think it is the goalkeeping position.
I think it's the systems problem. You see, sometimes in football, you have to understand how these things work. A coach comes with a philosophy or an idea, then the coach will need to find the players to play that philosophy and idea to a certain place. So most times, coaches are left with a dilemma. How long do I wait for these players to understand my philosophy and style of play? Or like club football coach, you get to buy. You can wait it out 6 months, 7 months, winter transfer window, summer transfer window. You buy any set of players. National team coaches are mostly restricted. They have to start looking for other players that are not within the setup. How many opportunities do you get within the FIFA windows to play enough games, to experiment, and to help you deliver? Because like I always say, coaches live and die by their philosophy, and is the one you understand that you feel that if we get this right, this thing will work for us, this philosophy will work for us. So I think our problem has got to be matching the kind of talent we have with the type of system the coach wants to play to ensure that we get maximum victory in every single game we want. Until we have that perfect marriage between both type of principles, we will continue to grind out results. People talk about you do not need 2 or 3 perfect attacking midfielders to have to be able to create chances and score goals. Sometimes the presence of a striker in the mode of Osimhen is enough for your XG, your goals expectation, to go up, because it can turn out chances to goals. We've seen the arrival of Tolu Arokodare too, also bringing in expected goals with his movement, with his speed, despite being lanky and all of that. So it's not so much about the quality of the players, but how we match the quality of the players with the philosophy of the coach. So until we get that right, we'll continue to play between both systems, coach experimenting, and hopefully maybe sooner rather than later we'll get it right, starting from these last 2 qualifying games.
All right. I mean, Nigerians at the moment, some are optimistic, some are just trying to keep their faith or their hope, in the barest minimum, looking at what to expect. But with this kind of team we've seen in the past few months, it's not even a guarantee that Nigeria can get a convincing win against Lesotho, but many of us are looking forward to that. Should we just focus on, the Nations Cup? I mean, because when you look, I just checked the table of the second best placed team, the ranked teams, and Nigeria would even struggle if they win their next 2 games. They'll have to, hope that over 4 or 5 teams lose their games. Should we just start building for Morocco, or we should still, remain hopeful and positive? Because the president of the NFF has said World Cup qualification is sure. The former president of the NFF, Majupinic, also went on to give an interview that Nigeria will qualify for the FIFA World Cup. I mean, question is, are we deceiving ourselves, or we're looking at we can't still make it to the United States of America, Mexico, and Canada?
I think we can go into these games with an open mind. There is no better way to prepare for Morocco than using these 2 games. Basically, we're having African oppositions. The kind of opposition will both probably face in Morocco. And at every turn, we have to give your best. While we cannot set Nigerians up, set their expectations up, while we do not have the faith like that of Phoenix Mustard Seed that keeps believing even after several predictorial failures, starting with Qatar and all of those stuff. But we can play to win, to sort of clear up the name of Nigerian football, to bring that mystery and that respect for Nigerian football, even if we do not qualify. Before 94, we are not going to the World Cup that regularly. After 94, we had a lot of success. We are having a major reset. We have to think about removing the arrogance, thinking the World Cup is our birthright. Yes, we have a talented squad, talented players. We should be. But football is not only about talent alone. Talent is never enough. It takes a lot of respect. It takes a lot of dignity, and of course, personal intervention by the players on their part, and even the coaching crew at the federation, to ensure that mistakes are avoided very early and better decisions are taken. So unless we start removing that arrogance about our ease of always qualifying for the World Cup, we'll have to make do with what we have. So I think both expectations, both faith can be merged. Two truths can coexist in this instance. Believe that something might happen via the rule book for us to qualify for the World Cup, and we can also believe that let's start preparing for the AFCON in Morocco to go beyond finishing second like we did the last time. I think we have both on our table, and we can apply pressure on both.
Right. Of course, anytime football is no respecter of religion. Football doesn't deal with words. It's being played on the football pitch. Now, be you Christian, Muslim, you worship stones, tables, whatever it is, you get on the football pitch to play. I'm going to ask you, World Cup or no World Cup for Nigeria? Where do you stand?
I start with Nigeria, basically. I start with continuous growth of our football. Football life will continue. Our life will not stop. We missed Qatar. We missed the World Cup in Germany in 2006. We might probably miss the US, Canada, Mexico World Cup, although our football has to continue. That's the simple truth. That's what we Nigerians need to understand. A new generation will come through. Maybe in the next 4 to 5 years, some of these current squad will be going. Who are the next set of big players coming through? Who are the next generation of stars that will be shouting their name? Before 2019, even as the 2019 AFCON, we are not speaking so much about Osimhen being the leader of the new school and all of that. But now Osimhen is one leading the we will have to find a new hero. Nature abhors vacuum, so we cannot exist in that vacuum. We have to continue pushing World Cup or no World Cup. Our football has to continue along the right line. Every time we have an opportunity to rewrite our story, when you fall down, you have to pick up yourself. So when you think along that line, for every failure, you look at where you failed, you look at the place you failed, pick yourself up and try again. But hope, even against hope, you have to hope against hope at some point. So yeah, hope is the last thing. After hope is done.
I'm very sure that when a child is born, the parents will say, hope. No. We've used it enough in this country. But we look forward to that. I mean, we hope that Nigeria gets the desired win, and of course hope that other countries fail to get wins in their game. But calculators have become expensive in this part of the world because Nigerians have been punching the chances and the statistics. Yeah. When you look at the second best placed teams, Nigeria, if they get 2 wins from this, 15 points at best, because two points will be taken off from Zimbabwe, meaning that we'll be left with 15 points as second best placed team. That is if we don't go ahead to win the group. I mean, I don't know how it's going to be, but at the end of the day, we hope that Nigeria makes it to the World Cup. If not, Morocco is right there. We can't go and win the AFCON. Thank you very much, Enitan Obadina, for your time. We look forward to an exciting game later this evening.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
All right, Sudoka. I mean,
hope. All the humans.
I was doing the calculations. I'm like, at the point, I'm like, how did I get here? Like here, calculation.
Favor in everything that happens in Nigeria, we bring our calculators. You want to do your passport, you bring your calculators. You calculate, are you doing 5 years? How many years are you doing? You go to the market, you bring your calculators. Even in football,
calculators.
You bring a calculator.
So now what you're seeing on your screen is a table. If Nigeria gets a win in the next 2 games, it's 17 points. Now, if South Africa also gets a win or a draw, they go above Nigeria. It means that a second best placed team, 2 points will be taken off the bottom placed team, that's Zimbabwe. So the 2 points Nigeria got from Zimbabwe will be taken off Nigeria, meaning we'll be left with 15 points. Then we have to now look across the groups, look at the teams that have similar points to remain the best 4th-placed team to go into the playoffs. And right now, Cameroon is topping in that region, Madagascar, Gabon, Burkina Faso. and all these teams have, over 15 points, as the case may be. So we just have to look at getting goals, to look at scoring more goals, getting, not just a win, but scoring goals that will cancel, our goal, other person's goal, other countries' goal difference, and hope that about 5 to 6 teams falter in their own games.
There you go again with hope. I mean, everybody named the hope will be sneezing right now because we've used the word hope,
including from the East.
Times from the East. I just have to. What's your?
It's anything. I mean,
what's happening with the eastern part of Nigeria?